What's going on, everybody? Rico here, Feds and Flips, round 2 from today's haul. So this is stops 3 and 4 of the day. 2 indoor flea markets that we hit. So check out the previous video if you haven't already, where we hit an estate sale for the second time. Same estate sale, went back, picked up a few extra things, hit a Goodwill, and then this is going to be the last 2 stops. Real quick on that previous video at the estate sale, second time around, we did leave a bid in for a big cedar chest that they originally had listed at $260. Today was half price day, so it was down to $130. Still not wanting to pay up. Wanted to get a good deal on it because that was a keep item that we wanted, the wife and I wanted to keep at the house. So we left a bid of $100 on it, and they called while we were at one of the flea markets and said nobody picked it up. They're taking our bid, and we got it for $100. So I got to go pick that up on Tuesday morning. So $260 giant cedar chest for like holding blankets and stuff like that. We got for $100. So you know, if it retails for $260, we saved $160. So if we turn around and try to sell it for $260, we could definitely make a profit off it. But again, that's going to be a keep piece. Now, what did we get at the indoor flea markets? All of that. So, I paid up for some stuff, but I think I'm going to be fine with making a profit in the long run. That being said, let's talk about what I got. And it starts with the Star Wars, the Power of the Force figures. Figures are not highly collectible because they're not the original Star Wars Kenner stuff from back in the 70s or whatever. Be honest with you, I gotta double check the date. These are 96. So these were in the 90s. I paid $8 a piece for the figures. I paid $35 for the skiff, which is pretty much asking price on these right now. Maybe a little high. These guys might even, some of them, if I sell them single, might not even be full $8 on them. But if I sell them as a lot, which I probably plan to do, different story. You know, I've got the Tatooine skiff, and I've got the skiff guard. So adding that, anybody that's looking to have a set, make a diorama, something along those lines, you know, that adds a lot of value to it. I got some duplicates, so I got a few of these Garndan long snoots. I got 3 of these guys, 2 Grand Moff Tarkins. So even if I wanted to keep these and add them to my collection, I've got some duplicates I can sell, but I think this is going to be a hold for a bit and maybe put some feelers out and then try to sell as a lot. So we're looking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We're looking at a little over $100 for the Star Wars stuff, and again, that's probably break even. If I were to sell them, probably break even on them. There's not a lot of profit on there at this time. Again, Star Wars stuff and vintage toys, it's still going up. It's still highly collectible at the moment. I might even use them for trade bait. So if I hang on to these a little bit and someone comes out and they have G.I. Joes, which I'm definitely collecting, or if they have something that I want to flip, like maybe vintage He-Man. I've got a little shelf going right here of some vintage G.I. Joes and then some new stuff. The Cobra Hiss 3 is part of the new line. The 2 packaged G.I. Joes over there on the left are part of the new line. So there's vintage Nintendo over there. So these Star Wars figures are probably going to be a hold and look to trade at some point, or maybe lot the whole thing together and try to pull a profit that way. We'll see. I got to think about that part. But that being said, there is profit from these 2 stops. and we'll go through those right now. Hold on. Flipping the video back and forth. So, Gremlins DVD, I think I paid $1 or $2 for this. This is a keep. I wanted to watch this. It's been a while. Been a minute since I've watched the Gremlins. It's a cool little case that it came in, but it's Gizmo. It's DVD. It's not worth anything. This was, I wanted to watch the movie, so I kept it myself. Let me put you guys down over here against the skiff. This is another keep that's going to go right up on my 90s era toy type shelf. It's just a Garfield playing soccer figurine. He was like $4 or $5 or something like that. I think he's worth like 10 or 12. So actually some value in this guy, but he's going to be a keep. So the movie and the Garfield are keeps. Everything else is probably going to be sold. Garfield thermos, $12. It does come with the thermos on the inside, so it's Thermos brand. If you have the thermos on the inside, it adds value. This is about a $25, $30 resale, so basically can make maybe $10 to $15 profit off of this. I got Squirrel Girl from Marvel Rising Secret Wars for like $5, and she's about a $25 sell-ish. I think I can probably ask 25, maybe take 20, so there's like a $10 or $15 profit there. This one probably gonna go to a buddy of mine that's a huge fan of Captain America. Does not have the thermos, just the metal lunchbox, but Captain America, and it is a exclusive Fan Expo Dallas. I only paid $4 for this, and I think this is like a $10 or $15 online deal right now. I don't have all the prices listed on what they're asking for, so there's some profit there if I want to sell it outright. If I sell it to my buddy, I'll probably just ask the $4 that I paid for it. Newer Transformer War for Cybertron trilogy from Netflix. Maximum Optimus Primal. This is going for 35 to 50. As the comps are a little bit all over the place. 35 to 50. Paid 25 for it, so there's anywhere from 20 to 25, or I'm sorry, $10 to $25 profit on this. I'm gonna say about 20. I think I'm gonna at least get $20 off of that. This guy I'm hoping works. It's a Wowee Tiger, electronic. He's got a little button on his paw that you press, and he's supposed to roar, and his head moves. If he works, it's a vintage toy. If he works, he's definitely 20. Again, it's like right around that. I'm at that $20-$25 level. Maybe around $25. If he doesn't work, then I probably can sell him as parts and get the $8 that I paid for him back. So potential break even to maybe $15-$20 profit on him. Marvin the Martian. Again, I got to test this one as well. He's in there, little Marvin. This is a vintage Marvin the Martian Looney Tunes clock. I think this was about a $5 to $6 pickup. That could be worth, same thing, 20 to 30. If it works, definitely the high end of that. If it doesn't work and I have to sell it for parts, then and I'm guessing it's not going to work. So I had been getting better on doing this, and I didn't do it this time around, and now I'm going to kick myself in the ass for it. Anything electronics, obviously, if you want to carry batteries around with you, you can, and you can always pop batteries in these things and test them. But at the very least, check the battery compartment. I don't know if this can be cleaned up. I got to do some research on the best methods of cleaning up battery compartments. But there's a little bit of corrosion in there, so there's a high chance that this probably doesn't work. Which means that break even if I sell it for parts. Again, if it works, definitely can make a profit off of that. So let me move some stuff here, because here is where I potentially can make my money back. So let me hold these for a second. A lot of this stuff was from the second of the two thrift stores. So the first, our flea market. First flea market, I only bought these 3 VHS tapes. Power Rangers, Lionheart. Power Ranger stuff does really well. VHS, it's in really good condition. $3 for the 3 of them, minus less than $3. So I got some change back. It's like $2.50. So I don't think there's a ton. The set is worth a lot more. This alone, I think, might only be a $5 to $10 ask. So it's worth more than I paid for it, but it's not going to bring big dollar value. These two are a different story because they are sealed. Now, in general, sealed VHS tapes in general are not worth a whole ton of money unless it's a specific genre, which we'll talk about in a minute. But I've had huge success recently with sealed VHS because collectors are getting into the collectability of everything, including VHS, and the sealed items can be graded. And if you, like anything, baseball cards, comics, figures, if you get them graded, it increases the value tenfold. This figure right here, like I said, $8 top end as sits. If you were to get this graded and it grades from the reputable company at a 9 or higher, this instantly could be a $50 figure to some people because of that grade. So that's a chance that it's not really a chance. Again, I paid barely $1 each for these. And as they sit alone, they're probably get $5 each, $5 to $10 each for these, because they're brand new, sealed, never watched, never viewed. But because of collectors and they're sealed, factory sealed, if you look at the, some of these seals from the factory, you can see like little marks on them. I don't know if either one of these have it. Some of them have like this one does. So it's Columbia TriStar Home Video. You can see like the little markings on the seal. And then the other way you can tell is if you look at the bottoms, they still have the sticker that sealed the box to the VHS tape. So if anybody ever watched these, that tape would be spliced, because you have to cut the tape to pull the tape out. Cut the tape to pull the VCR tape out. So these are both factory sealed VHS tapes. I am going to list these, and I got to check and see how popular they are. But I sold a Ferris Bueller's Day Off VHS sealed, factory sealed. Had a little pinhole in the seal on the bottom. I sold that for about $55 plus shipping. And then I sold a Hulk Hogan Mr. Nanny factory sealed, also with a small, tiny break on the bottom. Sold that one for about $50. So 2 VHS sealed for $100. I'm gonna attempt to do the same thing with these. I'm gonna list them for right around $50 to $60 each, and then entertain offers. And then ideally, I get at least 25 or higher offers on both of these from a collector that's looking to get them graded. And the seals on both of these are pristine, and the boxes are pretty good. So one of the things they look for is not just the seal, how well it's sealed, make sure there's no breaks, but they still look at the boxes as well and make sure that the edges are not all beat up. As soon as I list these and mark them up, I'll wrap them in bubble wrap and everything to further protect them as I put them in my storage bins waiting for them to seal. So, spent $200 at these two indoor flea markets, and I'm hoping 50% of that might come back with just these two alone. We'll see. Again, no guarantee. They might not sell. They might sell overnight. You don't know. But we'll give it a shot. Where the rest of the profit, I think, is going to come from are all the other VHS tapes that I bought, because I love VHS tapes right now. I grew up with them, and that's where I'm at. I bought bundles of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I bought 5 bundles of 5, so 25 VHS, all horror, and horror VHS sell. They were all $1, so 5 VHS for $1. I got 5 of them, so $5 for 25 VHS. This movie right here, The Vindicator, could potentially sell for $45. Fright Night, if I had Fright Night 2, which I might sit on this and look out for, if you bundle Fright Night and Fright Night 2 together, you can get upwards to $50. These other 3, not horrible. They do okay horror movies. The Blob doesn't do too bad. I've got to look up these 2. They're a little bit newer. Deadly Matrimony, I think, does okay. The mattress. I mean, if I could probably sell this bundle here for 5 horror movies for $25. And shipping on these are great because it's all VHS, so you can ship media mail, which makes everything a lot cheaper. Stephen King, The Silver Bullet, definitely worth a little bit. We've got Bats, Arachnid, House on Haunted Hill. Again, I could probably sell this bundle as is for $25. Candyman 3 in there. And Candyman just came out with a new movie. So let's see real quick. Candyman 3. If I bundled that with another movie, I could get $15 to $20 on its own, $7 to $8. Just for that one. So again, what do we got here? Legends of the Fall will come out because that's not a horror movie unless you're not a fan of Brad Pitt. Willard, Dead Zone, Altered States, and Route 666 with Lou Diamond Phillips. Dead Zone does pretty well. Willard, I think. Let me double check on that one real quick. There's some comps all over the place. $7 and up. So again, this might be one of those ones where it bundles. So Legends of the Fall has to come out, but if I keep these, if I bundle, or if I sell them all as one big bundle, definitely the markup. So we'll say between the 4 horror movies, 15, maybe $15. Cat's Eye does pretty well. Surviving the Game, I gotta check. From Hell, I think, does okay. Young Frankenstein, I gotta look up. That's not necessarily a horror movie. Slumber Party Massacre 3. Let's look that up real quick. I did not comp all these out while I was at the thrift store because I knew they were horror and I knew they would sell regardless. Slumber Party Massacre 3. Right, VHS, white box. Is it white in there? No, it's not white. But it was black on the front. So there's sold comps of this for $40, $50, $60, $60. This could be this one right here could be a $40 to $60 VHS on its own, previously viewed as it sits. So I'm thinking I could get at least $100 back on these VHS tapes alone. So, again, as I'm buying bulk from one location, I factor all that stuff in. So I paid up for the Star Wars at break-even prices, knowing that things like all these VHS tapes, we're going to cover that. And if I end up taking a loss on the Star Wars, it's made up on these VHS tapes and then some. So, good potential. So, if you look at it, 20, 15, so that's 30, 40. If those work, 50, 150, I potentially could make $100, $150 profit off of this haul when it's all said and done. But we'll see. Again, there's no guarantee. When you see me or these other YouTubers talk about, oh yeah, I got this, and this cat's eye is worth $500. Well, one person out there paid $500 for whatever. Not this. I mean, this is an example. One person might have paid for that. Doesn't mean you're going to find a second person to pay the exact same amount. So it's all estimates until it actually sells. So make sure you like and subscribe, because I do update videos. Check out my Buy Me a Coffee. I should put a link in the description of these videos for that, because if I don't make a video, a lot of times I do blog post updates, and all you got to do is be a sponsor, buy me a coffee, and you can see all the posts and see what things are selling for. There are some public posts on there, just trying to give everybody an idea. So that's part 2. That's stop 2 and 3 again. 3 and 4. Stop 3 was just 3 VHS tapes, but I'm hoping to capitalize on the collector's market with the sealed and bank a good profit. And then stop 4 was all this other stuff that the VHS tapes, for sure, horror movies, I think are the big win of the day. But everything that I got is break even or profitable. And then again, there's a couple things that I'm keeping, but those costs are covered. So not a bad haul. I mean, definitely spent the most I've ever spent in one go around. But I think I'll be fine as this stuff starts to sell. I'll be making my money back, making profit. And then, it'll be on to the next haul. Probably won't do a big haul like this again for a while, unless it's like vintage G.I. Joes. And then I'll pay up for those, because that's things I'm looking for and they'd be worth it. Otherwise, I like to kind of pick away and get those $5 and under items, sell them for $15, $20, get a little bit of profit, and keep doing those little small flips. And that's where I'm at. I've got a couple things I'm hoping for, those big scores, or medium scores, not really huge. I haven't had a huge score yet, but it's all these small ones that add up. It's like you buy this for $1, and 40 to $50 later, boom, cool, run it back, do it again. So appreciate you all for hanging out with me and watching. Again, if you would, please like and subscribe. It's free on YouTube, doesn't cost you anything, helps me out, drives traffic to the channel as I build this channel. It's new. I do only the results of my hauls right now, but at some point I will start carrying around a GoPro, or as I call it, a faux pro, the fake version of a GoPro, and I'll start doing some footage of the actual thrifting and yard selling and stuff itself. But right now you're just getting the after effects of it. And check out my Buy Me a Coffee for some of the sale prices and whatnot. So I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Good luck to you on your thrifting and your yard selling and your collectability. Hope you find some great stuff. Let me know how I did, positive or negative, in the comments. Let me know how you guys are doing, wins, losses, whatever the case is. I hope you find some good luck. Appreciate y'all.